Alrighty. Alright, I think we're just gonna do a little crochet and wait till some people jump in here. Should be fun. Dipping our toe in here, see what all shakes out. Alright, cool. If anybody jumps in, just let me know if you can hear anything and everything. We'll get the ball rolling here. Just gonna do a dice bag here, make it nice and simple. Probably do this through the end of the stream or just see how it goes. See what happens. I always love the magic circle. That's my favorite thing. All right. Alright, what do we got here? 2, 4, 6. And we may be catching some Pokemon or fighting some Regice. So, we'll see what happens. Okay. Darby says hello. Put that down, check everything here, make sure we're all good to go. Yeah, it looks like we are good. Okay. Awesome. Anybody jumping in if you want to chat, we'll see how many people get in. We'll attempt maybe to cover just a few ideas that I may have had and that kind of thing. I'm still, you know, playing with the idea, sort of dipping my toe in the water, seeing how all this stuff works out. So we'll essentially, I'll be doing the dice bag. I'll kind of show what I'd worked on yesterday just to get a good time frame. Yeah, my brain comes up with some random ideas or I get those creative sparks. So what'll likely happen is I'll just kind of crochet what I got going on here, and then you know, at the very end, for those people that don't want to, you know, sit and just watch somebody do this, you know, you can skip to the end, and you know, I'm thinking about doing like a competition. There are a couple other things that I'm working on for the website. So let's just enjoy it. No expectations, just chill, enjoy your Sunday. It's always important. All right. So essentially what I've done here is just a magic circle. We're gonna do an increase through each of the 6 that we have already. And maybe I should put my hands down here. I don't know what to do with my hands. Just kidding. All right. I'm also kind of looking at other angles for the crochet. I mean, this isn't necessarily a tutorial or anything like that. Like it says in the title, we're just crocheting and chilling. If anybody's doing anything fun today or had an awesome weekend, feel free to share. It's always fun and interesting. Got to hang out with my kid over the weekend. There's Daddy-O. What up, Dad? You got beat too. I think Peyton beat you to the stream. All right, got some typing done there. Okay, back to work. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, almost done with this one. Got some incense lit here. Got a little bit of background music there. Some sitar music, generally what I'll listen to, or synthwave, that type of thing. Anybody else have any awesome music things they listen to when they're chilling? All right. Looks a little like a Fruit Loop. All right. And no longer a Fruit Loop. All right, Dad. Because of you, I'm international. This is, I don't know. I definitely appreciate the support. Ongoing, all the time, regardless. Pretty awesome, man, and I love you. All right. Next round here, we just do essentially single crochet, then an increase, single crochet, then an increase. We get a nice portion of the bottom done here, and then we'll take a look at what I was working on yesterday, kind of see a final product. Different colors, but definitely like this. Essentially what we're doing here, there's Black Irish. How's it going, lady? Essentially what we're doing here is what I do all the time, just in a different location, quite literally 6 feet that way. And I've got my lovely spouse always there, so definitely missing a meet. She's been busy all weekend, so out and about doing a bunch of fun stuff. Can't wait till she gets back today. Alrighty. Continue on with the single crochet and the increases throughout here. Can everybody hear everything okay? Just give me a check. I've been jacking with all the sound things for the past couple of days. Holden, my kid, at a certain point just started shaking his head. Of course, most of you in here know who Holden is, so. Let's see where I messed up here. And it's a single. That's an increase. Alright, let's try this. Single increase, single increase, single increase, single. You know what? Let's just do this one over. Never hurts. If you get a little lost, just go back and fix it. It'd be terrible if you got most of the way through the project and realized you kind of jacked up. But with this one, it's a fairly simple process, so you can pretty much wing it most of the way. Alright, perfect. Looks like sounds good. Thanks, Mom. And you get to hear our jovial neighbors from downstairs. They're lovely people. Alright, fill in the flow. Aside from chilling here, folks, what are we doing? Anything fun? Dice bag. Actually, you know what? We got enough people. So here's the current project. We got some camera. Got some light green dice there. We'll be working on that. So yesterday morning, when I'd gotten up, wanted to do like a timing thing. So this needs the bushy parts trimmed off, right? Never hurts to trim the bush. But yeah, so did that yesterday. Took between like an hour and a half and 2 hours. So we'll kind of see what happens here. You know, just see if I get tired or see what happens. Wouldn't mind getting this one done. The one that I had completed yesterday, not in the shop yet, just kind of wanted to show that off as an example and go from there. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. All right, I'm gonna jack this up again. So let's do this. Single. That's an increase, that's an increase. Okay. Forgot to put my marker. It's important. All right, back on track. Or that'll just pop out. Driving home from work. Sounds like fun. Drive safe. Stop messaging. All right. Woke up today and we had, it's all sunshiny. It's been cold for a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden I'm walking out in shorts and a t-shirt. It's pretty awesome. Can't wait till it gets warmer to go pretty much live out by the lake. Mainly just focus on getting this bottom done, and then we'll maybe take a look at some other stuff, maybe cover a couple items or something. I'm not sure yet. I'm just gonna science this and let some type of structure develop as things progress, which is probably the best way to do it. So, but I don't know anything. Just give me grief. That's right. All right. Just make sure we do this right here. Okay, there we go. It's a very different beast doing this on video. A lot of things to keep track of. See if we can smooth that out a little bit more in the future. All right. Dad's still at work. You're always working, man. Hopefully that goes okay. There we go. All right. Making a little bit of headway here. As we go to the next round, we'll just do 2 singles and then an increase. You'll find there's a pattern here. That's the best way to do it. Just find the pattern. So we started with the magic circle. We did 6 crochets. Then we did 6 increases, which gave us a total of 12. Then you do a single and an increase. And then the next round you do 2 singles and an increase. And that'll kind of get us, get you a bit of a odd shape that turns out to be pretty awesome for bag making. So gives it a little bit of character. All right, let's see what we got here. Gotta love it. All right, so there's 1. even an increase. It's a little different than listening to a podcast while I'm doing this. Let's just make sure we're good to go here. Sure, we'll play that game. Okay. Clip point somewhere. I'm displaying stuff everywhere. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to do this one by ear. Always fun. All right. There we go. There's a palm tree. Oh, you can't remember where you were. Are you out in paradise still? Alright, we seem to be getting to the point where we're at 4 single crochet and an increase. Generally, I'll go to around 6. That seems to provide 6 single crochets and an increase. That seems to provide enough room for multiple dice and all that fun stuff. So we'll kind of do that. See what shakes out here. Alrighty. I think we'll do one more round and then we'll take a quick breather and then start on the body of the bag. Alrighty. Get a nice little thing that looks like the food from Hook. And have the food fight. Anybody ever seen that? Alright. So I'm just going to count the stitches here, see how many we got going around. I probably had the math done in my head yesterday, but we play it by ear here. And sometimes I'll sort of do decreases as the bag goes up just to kind of build character. Like with this one, I've got a couple. Can't even really see them, but the nice thing is you've got like the fat base, right? No jokes. And then there are a couple decreases that sort of go up into the bag and then sort of, you know, make this like a little satchel. So kind of cool. I try to throw those in every now and again. Now, from what I'm seeing here, just based on the stuff that I crocheted, we've got 44 stitches. Seems reasonable enough. We'll go up a couple of rounds and see what happens here. See if we need to decrease or what. Patterns are good. I found that if you, you know, if you go just solely off of a pattern, then you may overlook things or may miss out on opportunities to make things way better. So, you know, the thing with the FawkesBags that I've created, that was all just sort of an idea. And then just slowly as I was making them, I found some easier ways to do them, some more efficient ways to do them. It's always fun to just kind of shoot from the hip, I guess. Dad, I do not know. I think Peyton said that he was going to join. This is sort of just a dry run or something. Kind of see what shakes out. I'll save all these though, so we can sort of refer back to them or whatever if anybody misses them. I don't know yet. We'll see. I think some of the main goals that I want to achieve from doing the streams and that type of thing, I obviously want to become a little bit more comfortable doing it. I would maybe consider doing tutorials or something like that, or maybe if I'm, you know, just crocheting something interesting, just kind of sit and chill, you know, not required to do a whole heck of a lot. I mean, sometimes people just have stuff playing and that type of thing. So I've seen a lot of people that do the crochet stuff. I was considering doing like a sped up version of the FawkesBag where I, you know, start at day one and I'll just change the day as it goes and we'll just, you know, speed it very fast. But I don't know quite yet. I'm still sort of getting used to how this goes and we'll, you know, not sure. Just going with the flow here, trying some new stuff. Same vein of trying new stuff, I got the urge to maybe start designing some new t-shirts. So I was thinking about maybe doing some art classes or, you know, just seeing different techniques. I mean, Keaton's a madman. So is Jamaica when it comes to like the digital art stuff. So I've been looking at, you know, art tablets, and I've got a couple ideas for some cool shirts, but that'll be in the future. Don't want to spread out too quickly and not sort of have my bearings, but I like the idea of the t-shirt shop, and it would be cool just to be able to put, you know, some of my ideas a little bit more detailed or, you know, artistic or whatever. You know, the logo's amazing, but kind of want to do some unique, fun, and interesting shirt designs and that type of thing as well. So we'll see what's up. I doubt if that is true that you and Mom are the only ones watching. You're the only audience that I want or need. I feel like maybe you need to be back one. That seems better. All right. Okay. And now's about the time we will get rid of this little guy. Okay. I may go on a quick beer run. Give me 1 second. Are you just being lazy, boo-boo? Why don't you sweep it? And it looks like we've got our incense out too. So let's, Soul Searcher, sure. Let's make a little pit stop here, get everything back up. All right. Let's get back to it here. As you can see, lovely. Okay. And this one's likely gonna appreciate a couple of decreases. And just as a heads up, there's a handful of dice bags at FawkesBags.com. So looking for dice bags, you can always check that out. If you're looking for something specific, I'm always happy to do custom orders. I just finished a custom fava bag for Zach. Beautiful, look kind of like a tequila sunrise. Really cool looking bags. So I always get excited when people want something custom done. Pretty hands-on with that too, just to make sure that we get everything necessary. All the proper colors, you know, proper dimensions, all that fun stuff. So. Also using a little bit bigger of a hook, so maybe that's why this bottom is so big. This will be probably a Dungeon Master dice bag, or you know, if you have a lot of, I know Keaton as a paladin had a billion dice sets, so definitely be good for multiple dice sets. I know that I usually use a big one, a big bag, so I've got a handful of dice. Blackheart says, these bags would have been great when I was a kid. I had to carry my marbles in a sock. Yeah, it's... I have a weird fascination with both hats and bags. Hoodies for that matter too. Yeah, these bags are... You know, when people look at them like, oh yeah, it's a bag. It's kind of an adventure companion, if we want to go so far. I mean, I made my Faba bag. That was the first Faba bag that I'd made. It was actually in these colors too, which is awesome. But I made that, and I never go anywhere without it now. It's got, you know, anything and everything that's readily available there, but not just sitting open in the bag. Everything is nice and in its place. Like I mentioned in that video on the website, you know, Swiss Army knife is always key. There's, you know, it comes in handy. Swiss Army knife, you know, anything. I've got business cards in there. You know, some type of a lighter tool always helps too. So these things are awesome and they're sturdy. So there's you get to peek a little bit at what I get to experience on a fairly regular basis when I'm crocheting. But I really do care a lot about the work that I do. Gotta make them high quality and stuff, because I don't want this stuff to fall apart, and I want them to be, you know, reliable. 4 bags of marbles, or, you know, whatever you want to put into them. So, trying to come up with some new patterns as well. I don't know if anybody had seen, but I had created for my spouse the belt thing, which is on the website. I may have also put a couple of pictures on Facebook or Instagram, Zach the Rebel, for both. But that's cool. I would make a bunch of those because they're really fun to make, and they've also got sort of the Faba hidden pocket aspect to them. But when it comes to, you know, making the belt in the waist area, I don't want to make those just a handful of them, because, you know, everybody can sort of vary with that. So if people are interested in those, I don't have them set up per se on the website. I do have the photo, but I'm always happy to sort of look into that, any colors or you know, sizes. So I generally will put 3 buttons on for just in case, you know, you're feeling a little bigger or a little smaller given the day or whatever, which tends to help. And I'm thinking about also putting maybe a button a little closer to the very the buckle, the very end of it. That way you can just sort of fold that over and hook it, and it would be more of like a purse. But still kind of working on that. But yeah. What I'd really like to do is kind of take a look at you know, newer methods for the backpack. I know that you know, they seem a little bit rough, but I guess they're just more rugged. There's a lot of hemp that goes into those just to make sure that they're, you know, reinforced and very sturdy. I think I made like 3 or 4 of them. My buddy Johnny and my buddy Liz both, I gave them, or I made each one of them one for their birthdays. So, and then I have this blue one. It's multiple blue with the hemp. Like I said, they look a little rough, but essentially what they are is just incredibly sturdy, and they can hold a lot. It's surprising. But I may look into maybe refining the backpacks. Not quite sure yet. Still just kind of looking into, and I'm sort of fixated on the idea that I can perhaps create some cool shirt designs and that type of thing. So not sure. I'm always open, and I did get some. I ordered some crochet books. I got one. I think there's one for like Pokemon. There's one that shows various bags. There's one that has like ponchos and stuff. So I kind of just got an across the board mixture of random books that I got for pretty cheap. So we'll see how those turn out. Maybe I'll sit here and make a mandala blanket or something. There's a lot of really cool stuff. So we'll take a look and see. Black Irish says that she uses her satchel every day. Very sturdy. Get compliments all the time. I appreciate that you get compliments. And you know, I definitely appreciate that you like the bag. That's the biggest thing. I created the pattern, so as long as you like it. Also, just sort of in that stream of, you know, liking the bag, I've got sort of an announcement. We'll kind of talk about this later. So, you know, essentially if we get to the point where got other stuff to do and I'm still streaming, I'd like to maybe be able to get this bag done, but we'll kind of play it by ear. But essentially any type of announcement I'll leave till the very end. So, you know, if you're chilling here and you get to a point where you need to do something else, that's perfectly fine. I'll save this, you know, go to the last 5-10 minutes and you should be good. You get to see the finished product and anything else that I had that I wanted to sort of cover. So we'll see how it goes. Sorry, peeking on the neighbors. All right, we're sitting here, 2:51. All right, it's about an hour in. Maybe we won't get this done. I don't know yet. We'll see. I don't want y'all to stay here and throw away time. But I'd be doing this regardless, so why not put a camera in front of me and see what kind of dumb stuff I could say. Plus, I guess it doesn't hurt to kind of take a look and see what goes into the making of anything. I know that, you know, over the past little while, it's sort of been, I guess, sciencing things. You know, how much do things cost? How, you know, how do you set certain things up? This entire process has just been really eye-opening, and I mean, I never thought I'd be able to get to this point. So, you know, anything beyond this point, I would consider a success, because I don't know if I would have normally done this otherwise. You know, got a lot of people that have really sort of inspired me, and I think y'all know who you are. Some of you are in the chat right now, so thank you very much. But I love crocheting, I love creating. You know, I just kind of want to expand that. I don't necessarily care what comes out of it, right, monetary wise. Really could care less. I'm just having a good time, and it's definitely fun to see that people enjoy some of the things I'm capable of creating. So appreciate y'all. Anybody who's bought stuff. Definitely love and appreciate all of you people. So just know that. You're welcome, Daddy-O. I think what I'd like to do as well, maybe for the crochet cam, I need to find some method or way to maybe do over my shoulder. I don't want people looking at a camera though, that would be kind of annoying. So we'll keep kind of going with the flow here, test some stuff out, do some science here. Yeah, this is going to be a big bastard. That's cool. Beautiful colors anyway. I also have a FawkesBag in these colors, so if you like it, go take a look at the website. Definitely one of my favorite yarn swatches. I've done just about everything with it. So any Pokemon? Let's see what we got here. Nothing of interest. Okay. I don't want it to sound like I'm complaining, but when you get a shiny legendary Pokemon right off the bat when a new season starts, kind of kills the entire chase the rest of the the rest of the season. Sorry, mate. Good luck next time. I'm actually just incredibly excited that this is all working. I expected a little more trouble than this. Not quite sure why. stream, I mean. Any specific projects anybody's doing right now? Dad, you're always working projects. What you got going on? If you can talk about it. Mom, anything? Captain Poser Peyton said that he was the first in the chat waiting for me. He hasn't said anything. Could also be busy. It's turned out pretty good. Nice thing is when we get a little further up, because we have 44 stitches, what we'll do is we'll do 9 single crochets at a certain point and then do a decrease. I'm gonna get up just a little bit further though. Allow this bag to have a little bit of a gut. Blackar says, love to crochet more. Make pins for my coworkers to wear on their aprons. Whoa, big jump. You retracted your message. Shameful. It's alright. I won't read it until you resubmit it. So I'm gonna have pins. I need pins. There we go. Make pins for coworkers to wear on their aprons. The most recent was a shotgun shell. That's cool. I I need more pins. Holden's also obsessed with pins. I know that Larissa does a lot of pins too. She's got some cool stuff. I love it. Pins for everyone. And actually the cool thing is, usually, depending on what's purchased through the website, I've got a little thing of goodies here too. So we've got, for example, like the FawkesBags pin, which is always fun. I usually try to include a couple of those for the more expensive purchases, that type of thing. And then I invested in a handful of these stickers too, because I have a competition in mind, so, you know, want to make sure that it's worth it for everybody. But yeah, I got like 10 of these. They're huge and lovely. So I like to try and keep things interesting. I wonder what it was. Daddy, I think Black Irish was just, well, it said live before, but I corrected it already to love, so maybe that's what it was. No more need to wonder. Okay. Type of oh, yep, okay. Glad to see that we're on the same page here. Let's see here. I got my little corporate horror list of notes that I was going to cover, perhaps. We did talk about sort of the fast motion stream for the Faba bag, or even one of these. I mean, this will likely take me more than maybe 2 hours, and I don't know how many people want to sit for a 2-hour stream, right? I don't know what's reasonable here. But again, we're just probing, learning new things, trying to find, you know, something fun and new, right? I've been brainwashed to think that the way that I've been living is like the best way to live. But, you know, creativity 100% is what we've got here. So, anyway, I'm just going to jump with, you know, all my little fat fingers in every pie that I possibly can. Not necessarily a money pie, but a fun pie or a novelty pie. Let's consider that for just a moment, because this is a lot of fun. Regardless of how objectively good it may be or subjectively good it may be. I don't care. But yeah, we talked about the fast motion stuff. I know that like some of these tutorials are a little played out. How to make a magic circle. I know a lot of people know how to do them. Maybe I'll do them and just put them on the site. I just, you know, everybody's got that. So we'll kind of see what happens there. I think I'm really excited more for these books that I've invested in just a little bit. I think I got a book that has like 50 cryptids, you know, Sasquatch, alien, blah, 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 all this crazy cool stuff, interdimensional being, fun, little amigurumi things. And then also like the mandala blankets. There are like 20 different patterns for those, so kind of exciting. You know, I don't want to get pigeonholed into one little facet of sort of the creativity and that type of thing, so we'll just kind of play it that way. You know, we kind of discussed the t-shirts. I think at the very end of the stream I may float the idea of a competition. You know, we've got a couple people in the stream, and then maybe give people time. Maybe we'll come back in a week or so and just kind of see what everybody's thinking, because I'd love to have a competition, but there's no, well, okay, there's probably a lot of eyes in competition. At least 1, 2, 3, several. Anyway, want to have a handful of people to maybe compete. I'll show something that I'm thinking about before I close the stream, and then we'll go from there. This kind of ties into the t-shirt thing. Like I said, I want to start getting into maybe designing some artwork for the t-shirts. I'd really like to... I have a couple ideas. The namesake of the company, you know, is in relation to one of my first, well, probably my first recent 5e D&D character, which was about the same time that I started doing dice bags. It's Fox. He's a druid gnome, or sorry, druid dwarf rather, and has like a big old mushroom hat and all that fun stuff. He's part of the circle of the spores, that type of thing. So just kind of made it all come for that. So Anyway, we'll probably cover a potential competition. I'd like to put him on a t-shirt, but I'd like to sort of come up with a few ideas. So we'll see what shakes out there. I guess a couple things just before I really get down to business here. I do on my website have a location, the community circle section. This is for creators of all ilks. I've got a handful of business cards that I've received just due to being super busy. Haven't been able to check out the website, so I'll be doing that. But if you know anybody who may be interested in maybe just getting a little extra push or support from, you know, any area, I'm happy to do so. I've got at present photography on there. I've got some fantasy artwork, and I've also got some music. So, you know, we've got Liz, Amit, and Jamaica, who all have very cool things. Go to the FawkesBags website, FawkesBags.com. You can go to the community circle, and below there are some links that'll get you right to where these people are. Lovely, beautiful, creative people. So if I can grow that community, 100%. And nothing's required. Just, you know, be creative. If you're interested in having, you know, a little bit of a spot on the website, please do. It'd be awesome. I think that's the long and short. Nobody here from Louisville, aside from me. But that may be next on my list of things to do is I want to find some guildless or groupless creatives in the area. Maybe have like a weekly hangout. Collaborations and just kind of, you know, rub shoulders with other creative types. So we'll see how that goes too. Not quite sure. We're, again, just sort of playing it by ear. Something sounds interesting. I'm pursuing it very aggressively and seeing what comes out. So that was a lot of talking, and now I need a drink. Sitting at about 3:10. I think maybe what we'll do is a hard stop. I think we'll do hard stops at 2 hours. So if this one, and it likely won't be done, if this doesn't get done this week, then we'll finish her off next week. I think I'm going to try to start up weekly things. Maybe I'll just hop in on occasion, just little surprise ones. But I think that we may be able to hang our hat on at least one couple hour stream a week and go from there. Like I said, the structure will be, you know, built organically and as necessary. This is obviously sort of an, you know, disorganized chaos, which is also fine, right? This is the first time I ever streamed, so I'm definitely happy for the opportunity and for the complete lack of issues. It's awesome. Fairly simple and straightforward, which is what I said when I finished my website too. So definitely want to pursue any and all very interesting and new ideas. Maybe we'll let the sitar play for a little bit here. Try to get some of this work done. It's looking pretty awesome too. It's like the globe. A very colorful globe. This is actually, if I'm being honest, I think I have more items with this yarn than any other type of yarn. I've got a large dice bag. Maybe I'll bring that in at some point. I was trying to find out, you know, or figure what the best things to put back here. So there are a handful of things from my mom, handful of things that I made. And actually, if we're being completely honest, that's this. So that's my little foot. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, got a lot of stuff back there from my mom and just some fun creative stuff. So maybe next time we'll switch up the background, maybe show some other items that that are sitting over there. Lots of fun stuff. So I've got several bags. Again, a lot of it's in this color. I love this color, so. I think we may do 1 or 2 more rounds, and then we'll do a decrease here to see how it looks here in a minute. How about hook size of choice? Black Irish, what's your ideal hook size? What do you generally use, or do you follow with what the instructions say? I'm generally a 4.5 guy. 4.5 millimeters when I'm doing FawkesBags, and sometimes this is a 5.5, so went a little bigger today. But I am not too upset with that. This is looking beautiful. I'm just modeling like Vanna White, who also has a crochet book apparently. That's impressive. I thought she just flipped letters. The more you know. All right. Amigurumi 3.5. Yeah, so with the amigurumi stuff, I think for the most part I've just kind of ignored, or maybe they even recommended the 4.5. I should probably, well, we'll see what happens when these books come in, because I do have some of these cool amigurumi things, and then obviously there's a wealth of, you know, the crochet community on YouTube that sort of help out too. But yeah, we'll see what shakes out here. I may change that 4.5 preference. Good Lord. Okay, 2.0. And then just, I mean, most of this stuff back here is from Black Irish. Got a little doozer here. This is a lovely little guy. Pretty cool, right? Need to get us a cotter pin while we're at it. Who, if you're a Fraggle addict, was one of the main doozers. Got a bunch of people out and about enjoying the weather today. Got the opportunity a little earlier, so. We'll get this done. I'll clean up, and hopefully the lovely meat won't beat me when she gets home. She's getting good. Some of these scarves that she's making, very, very good. She's getting good at hiding some strands and all that fun stuff, and she's even coming up with some cool ideas for like a hooded scarf situation with animals and that type of thing. I know that's probably been played out a lot, but she's got some really cool ideas. So she didn't know how to crochet before we got together, so it'd be kind of awesome to see her create and finish something, you know, with this. She's really good at macrame, so. Got to love the creative projects. You got your coffee cup, right, Dad? I can't remember if you ever confirmed. And which one did you get? I'm not sure. I think we're about ready for a decrease. Yeah, I think we're ready. Finish this round, and then we'll take it down by just a bit. Logo mug. Nice. That's the one with the purple background, right, Dad? Or is it just the mushroom growing on the dice? I guess they're both technically a logo. What they need to do is come up with the monster mug. I have one with the black one with the purple background, like the whole thing's the purple logo that was made by Jamaica. You have all the merch? Yep. I've got a cannabis psychedelic coffee cup. It's like 2 coffee mugs in one, I guess, on the inside. So, I mean, unless I'm showing off my coffee cup, I usually have the big one. And all the merch is good. We'll get more merch, I promise. We'll get some custom designs and stuff. See what kinds of cartoons I can make, or cool cool other stuff. Doesn't necessarily have to be all about the business. Yeah, I like that the coffee mug that you got's pretty awesome. I like the black background. Those white coffee mugs, I wish they would have had color, like just the one color all throughout the outside. I mean, you could have it white on the inside, but I don't really like how the handle's white on them. Alright, so we're going to do a decrease here. That's 2 for this row, or round. That's 3, 4, 7, 8, that's 9, and this is where a decrease comes in. We'll do 4 of those, I believe. There's 9 and a decrease. I think that's another decrease. couple minute intermission. I need some sparkling water and see how much farther we can get done with this. Give me a sec. All right, and I'm thinking that maybe one more incense ought to carry us on through. Let's get some sensation going here. This is a good one. We can also do a bit more of a sneak peek as it relates to another project I've been working on. Give me just a second here. So this one is super fun. We're just about done with this bad boy. It's got some very, very, very cool colors. As you can see, we got sort of the basics there. That's all stitched together. You need a couple of the little fine pieces and then the strap itself. So the cool thing about all this is a second generation bag. Sort of a few things that I've sort of tweaked on it. Little different than the first generation bag, but I've added a few extra perks. So these first generation bags will probably not see that style anymore. There will likely be some of these that seem a little bit different, a little bit looser, whatever. But yeah, so like I've said on a couple of occasions, it's really just sort of playing it by ear. You find what fits, what works for you, and you find ways to improve upon the method. So these second generation bags are coming out pretty awesome. I'm very, very proud of them. The first generation bags still, at this point, these things are amazing too. So it's always just part of the tweaking of the process, finding new methods of doing things. The last three Faba bags that I've made have had no knots in them. So I've managed to sort of refine that process and make the bag, they're always going to look fairly similar. I mean, mine was the first bag, with a little bit of wear and tear. That bad boy is, like I said, it's a traveling companion. I go everywhere with it. So, these bags, when you get them, they're still a little tight, haven't been broken in, they don't really know you or your personality. So, just, break them in and that type of thing. But yeah, so the second generation of bags are sort of giving extra finishing touches and extra little things, but not to say that the first generation bags are anything to be sneezed at, because they're beautiful. Black Irish, you've got one. Very, very proud of a lot of these. So it just feels good to see sort of a new generation and some new stuff. So So Kevin says, great, now your mom's going to want the next generation of bag. Thanks, kid. Well, hold on to your butts, as Sam Jackson says. May have something that might be kind of interesting, so we'll, I want to keep everything fun, right? This is semi-work, I guess, but I like to keep things lively. So competitions will randomly pop up should I decide to invoke Loki or something. I don't know. But here's something for mom. You know, you may have an opportunity to hook that up. So, like I said, we'll kind of talk briefly about this at the bottom, but you know, we need to have several people in a competition to make it fun and exciting. So, and I'll tell you what, Dad, if you're a frequent flyer at FawkesBags, then maybe we'll hook you up. What do you want? A pat on the back? Handshake? Secret signs? I'm actually just surprised that we made it this far. Nobody's talked about anything crazy or conspiratorial. That's a plus, I guess. And that's what the bookshelf is for back there, right? All right. Alright, looks like we got roughly 4 minutes to 4 o'clock. And we all know what happens after 4 o'clock, so we'll do a hard stop at 4, may do this crochet for just a little bit longer, and then we'll maybe discuss some fun stuff. We'll do some show and tell. How about that? When I do my show and tell, let's get to the people involved and maybe interested. I know that there are a handful of people that would likely appreciate some type of mutually beneficial agreement and or the competition. So we'll sort of cover those bases as we get a little closer to 4 o'clock. Like I said, we'll do this a little bit longer, then we'll talk about the future. Black Irish. There you go, Dad. She told you what's up. kinds of new Voltorbs on Pokemon Go right now. That's insane. New ones. You guys gotta catch them all. All right, I'll tell you what, I'm pretty content with that. Let's talk about a couple things. I mean, we're approaching 2 hours, so that's ample ample time to be doing this. So we'll likely pick this back up next week, probably finish it off. I promise I won't get it done before then. Or maybe I will, who knows. So let's do this for just a moment. I've got a few things here. We're going to talk about what they have in common. So, first and foremost, these are all first generation, as I was talking. Very unique, fun, awesome bags created over the past year. While I was still trying to figure it out. So we've got this lovely, it's lavender, green, all that fun stuff. So we've got this bad boy. We've also got a lovely purple, and then we've got like coral, purple, yellowish. This one's got a purple pocket on the inside. You may recognize that from the website. And then finally we have more of an earthy colors, all the fun stuff, right? So what these 3 bags have in common is I would like to start a competition. As I mentioned, I'm becoming increasingly more obsessed with the t-shirt aspect of things, and so I was considering this. Now, I just wanted to get a consensus, or at least create a little buzz, so obviously it's upon everybody involved right now to maybe build up some buzz for this. I would prefer not to have a competition with 1 or 2 people, because that doesn't really constitute a competition. So essentially what I was looking for is I would like this to be a creative artistic contest. As I mentioned with my obsession with the t-shirts, I'm kind of looking for a new FawkesBags logo or sign or something. So here's where the competition comes in. Essentially what I'd like to do is have every applicant essentially agree to the ability for me to utilize these for a t-shirt only. If you want to continue to use it for whatever else, that's perfectly fine. We would have 3 places. First place would be able to choose from one of 3 bags here. We may sort of expand that or whatever at the moment, but we've got 3 bags just here offhand. That would be sort of the grand prize. On top of the bag, there would be a t-shirt with your own specific design, and then you would have the option for an additional t-shirt, sweatshirt, whatever, with any design from the Spring app. We would have a second and third place, and these would all be really aggregated or counted up. I would have no influence on this. So this would essentially be everybody wants to be involved or vote on the art piece or say which one they like the most, whatever. That the first place person would have would receive a free FawkesBag bag of choice out of the ones that we had discussed. There'll be some additional little swag items, pins, a sticker, a t-shirt that they created, and then also an additional t-shirt. So that could be whatever. Second and third place would receive 25% off their entire purchase from the website. So I believe what we would do, and this is not sort of the starting gun. This is just sort of me thinking. I know that there are several people, including McKaylee, who may want to create some type of thing here and benefit from it. So this would all be the people that are creating the art would agree to those terms, submit their artwork, and then what I would do is give a time frame of about a month. So when that month has elapsed, I would place all of the applicants or entrants, and then we would go sort of based off of a voting system. Each person looking at the website or whatever gets to place, a vote. So we'll kind of play it that way and just see how it shakes out. So these are just sort of framework ideas for the competition. We'll try to sort of figure out the best way. Obviously, if this doesn't work or it seems, shifty or whatever, definitely not meant to be, but definitely want to get everybody involved and sort of spark that creativity. So if this is something that you may be interested in, pass it along to other people, let people know about the stream, let people know about the website. We'll just try to make it fun. Let's keep it fun and make it entertaining. I think that was one of the main things. Again, I really just kind of looking for some type of a new shirt logo or design. Not to say that the previous ones are not great. I love them to death. But, new shirts are always fun. I'd essentially just put it on there for shirts and sort of the payment for that commission or for that award, is quite a hefty reward. So, the bag on top of everything else will be pretty great. So, we'll just kind of see how that goes. I think I'm done here. So, before I let everybody go, let's kind of walk away with something that's enlightening, something that'll help, sort of clarify or something to maybe think about for the week, and then we'll go from there. So I think it properly fitting to quote Alan Watts first and foremost, very amazing individual with very deep and meaningful ideas about things. So Alan Watts says, quote, "Every individual is a unique manifestation of the whole. Every branch is a particular outreaching of the tree." I know that, at present, we all feel that we're separated. We all feel that we have nothing in common. At the end of the day, that's the biggest illusion for us to think that we're not all one. We need to focus on that aspect of things rather than the differences. We'll always have differences, and what we need to not do is allow those to determine the way that we treat our fellow brothers and sisters, or even anything that lives on the earth, right? So very awesome idea. Each of us is just a branch to part of a bigger tree. Each one of us is just a small cell to a part of a larger organism. Let's remember that. We have a lot more in common than we have in different. You guys have been great. I appreciate it. This stream went a lot easier than I expected. So cool. Mom, Dad, love you so much. Spread this information everywhere, especially with the competition. That might be fun. If there are any suggestions, constructive criticisms, if you think I'm a douche, we could just, you can always message me. Please visit the website, FawkesBags.com. You can add me on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, I guess on YouTube too, if you're not already watching this. There's a subscribe button. But Facebook and Instagram, Zach space the Rebel. You can always find me there. If you want to get in contact, plenty of methods to do so. I will get to work cleaning up here because my lovely lady's coming home a little later, so can't wait. I love you all. Please live in love, not fear. And just kind of remember what Alan Watts said. I'm not going to preach it, but it does have that ring of truth. So love you all.